What's going on, world? It's your homie Sensei Rippin'. I'm back again with another video. Breaking news. It is now being reported that Shannon Sharpe will no longer be returning to ESPN. That's right, y'all. Y'all heard that correctly. ESPN has decided to officially cut ties from Shannon Sharpe altogether. Okay, now this is 1 week after it was announced that Shannon Sharpe had reached a settlement with the OnlyFans model that sued him early this year, again back in April. Okay, if you remember, initially when the lawsuit was announced, it was reported that Shannon Sharpe was near, or should it was rumored that he was getting ready to sign $100 million podcasting deal. Okay, so off the bat, you know what I mean? People assumed that he fumbled that opportunity. And now it looks like he done lost his job with ESPN as well. Okay, now again, this is from the New York Post to be exact. But, is it shocking? To me, not really. Because if you remember when Stephen A. Smith spoke on this lawsuit earlier this year, he kind of hinted towards this, right? Because initially he was the one that co-signed for Shannon to return back to ESPN after his falling out with Skip Bayless. Okay. But even then, Stephen A said, look, I co-signed for Shannon, but ESPN and Disney, they hold all of the cards, right? They have all of the power and say and how they, choose to move forward with their brand, whether it's to have Shannon return or, continue to just go on about their business. And as you can see, it's official. Shannon Sharpe will not be returning to ESPN. And like I said, man, it's very unfortunate because in the end, after people heard about the lawsuit, a lot of people, after seeing Tony Busby being a part of this, the attorney, people automatically was like, you know what, this is a shakedown. However, like I said, Shannon Sharpe made the decision to, be involved with this OnlyFans model. And look at what it cost him, y'all. Look at what it cost him. All right. Like I said, at the time, Shannon Sharpe was the hottest free agent out, especially when he parted ways with Skip Bayless. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not sure about the brand. You know what I mean? I will say on the bright side, he's now independent if he wants to step into the independent media space. But again, like I said, man, very unfortunate situation because, again, it was just announced that they reached a settlement. So, man, tough news for Shannon Sharpe altogether. Like I said, got to have some form of accountability because at the end of the day, you chose to deal with this young lady. And look what it cost you. You know what I mean? Dealing with a young OnlyFans model, you done lost out on $100 million podcasting deal. And now you done lost your job with ESPN. We can sit here and be upset, at these attempts, right? Tony Busby, these attorneys who reach out to these so-called accusers, right, in hopes to get a check. It's never really about justice. It's always about the money. You know what I mean? Because again, if these accusations were true, immediately you're supposed to file criminal charges. But no, it's always civil. They always want to check. And that's unfortunate because there are real victims out here going through these situations. You get what I mean? But now, like I said, it's still unsure how much money, right, was in this settlement in regards to the lawsuit involving Shannon Sharpe and the OnlyFans model. But the girl then, the OnlyFans model came out, made a post, retired from OnlyFans. So again, does the settlement mean that Shannon's guilty of the things that he was accused of? Not necessarily so. However, the optics are the optics. And like I said, with ESPN and them being a part of Disney, the brand, they have to move a certain way. And I know things have changed in the media space, right, when it comes to just sports media. So again, I understand ESPN, they're going through their own issues, you know what I mean, trying to stay relevant in this new social media era. You know what I mean? People are not watching cable. So now you're seeing Stephen A. Smith, so many people transition to the YouTube space, right? Content creator. And I ain't gonna lie, Shannon, he's independent now, but he's gonna have to work to build his value back up because this situation here has cost him a lot of money. And now a good job with ESPN. Like I said, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on these reports of ESPN officially parting ways with Shannon Sharpe after this lawsuit involving him and this OnlyFans model earlier this year? Like I said, just last week, it was announced that a settlement was reached. However, ESPN still decided to officially part ways from Shannon Sharpe altogether. Again, do you think this was a wise move on behalf of ESPN, considering their association with Disney, the brand, that being a family brand? You know what I mean? Do you think this is them just, you know what I mean, doing PC, damage control, if you will? Because again, anyone else, you know what I mean, a part of a lawsuit, listen, these corporate entities, they are quick to cut ties. So the fact that it took this long, even though they said that he will return for the football season, it's just unfortunate. Like I said, a lot of people just disappointed that Shannon would allow himself to get caught up in this situation with a young white OnlyFans model. I mean, like little white girl. I mean, come on, man. You got like that? Unfortunate. But I will say this is definitely a learning lesson for Shannon and hopefully other entertainers, you know what I mean, who work hard. Please do not put yourself, you know, at risk of losing all of this money. You know what I mean? Chasing lust, because that's really what it comes down to. But again, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on ESPN officially parting ways from Shannon Sharpe? Again, do you think that was a wise move? Or do you think this actually works out in favor of Shannon, considering that everyone's jumping into the content creating space? Like I said, now this means that Shannon Sharpe and his brand, from what I know, Club Shay Shay Nightcap, is independent. So he's his own entity. You know what I mean? So despite him losing out on all of this money, there's still opportunity for him to bounce back. So again, y'all let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace.
MREC TV.
We mentioned Vlad TV.
Right.
Now, put me on. What's going on? Why he put your name in a bad light? Like, what's going on?
He was a part of that whole Kading, Reggie Wright, now Whack 100. He was a part of that whole team out there in Cali that was spreading false information
Say word.
by the death of Biggie Smalls.
So they get the nigga and shit, so man, they put him on a car on the ground and shit, they rob him and shit. Like, the feel me, the shotty, I sawed it off myself, so I know that shit do real damage. TM had that shit to the nigga head, and I'm thinking to myself, it ain't even over no real money. I'm already about to go to jail. And I said, nah. And the nigga eased up off him. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of terrified because I ain't even want to see that. Like, I one of them niggas like, I'll pat at you, but I ain't running up on you and shooting you in the face and then standing over you, hitting you 12 times. I'm not psychotic like that. Like, you feel me? If I did it, it was over some money or over some disrespect. So I was out to prove a point, not to, you know, maim or disfigure nobody. Like, I'm not a psycho type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? That was a terrifying moment for me because I ain't want to see that, and I'm about to get sentenced, you feel me?
Have you lived the life the streets tried to write for you, but ultimately found your own ending? Do you have a story of survival, betrayal, or redemption? We're looking for real people with real experiences to share their truth. If the streets tried to break you, but you made it out, we want to hear from you. Hit us up now to be a part of The Streets Is a Myth.
I don't be wanting no distractions when I'm starting my day. I'm facing 20 years in jail. I don't got no time to...
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.